Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we are currently needing to do a little bit of repairs here. So let's just go ahead and tick forward, and that is done. I do think that we should probably wait until we are actually done with all of this. Maybe not for a Mech Warrior and Wildfire. Well, either way, we get to deploy before the financial report, right? So actually, yeah, let's go ahead and tick forward. Managing inventory shrinkage. Okay. So, Boot Camp has been stealing med supplies, and we will revoke shore leave privileges and garnish his wages. He is currently in low spirits. That's okay. Absolutely no concern there. And we are going to continue ticking forward here. There we go.
Upgrades you asked for are online, Commander.
Excellent. And we probably want to take a look at what we want to get next here, and I think it's got to be Mech Bay 3. It's a big purchase, but it is absolutely worth it. So let's go ahead and do that. And with that underway, we of course need to continue ticking forward for, I think, 2 more days? Let's see here. Yes, 2 more days. There we go. And let's do a little bit of training here.
How can I help? Good. Wait.
Maybe.
Orders?
Maybe we'll do some training.
Yes,
Nope,
Commander.
no training to be done whatsoever. Okay, well, let's just go ahead and deploy this then. I would like to... Oh, these are all kind of awful. Kind of awful indeed. That's Comstar. Oh, this is a lot of payment. That versus Comstar? That is. Still very tempting. It's not a double priority salvage. We still have over 2 million C-bills, so maybe we just run this full salvage. It is versus Comstar, which I don't like. That's actually going to demote us. Oh, I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Is this versus Comstar? It is. That said, a single powerful mech. Or maybe we should travel to a more distant, or rather a more challenging location than Outreach. That is a possibility, of course. If that was the case, we should have left at the beginning, though. I think we're going to go ahead and run this. There's not many options for Comstar available right now, and I'm not super happy about it. We'll just run it there, and we'll just accept this. Oh, we're bringing these guys. Thanks, I hate it. Oh, I hate it a lot. I mean, this is 2 20-tons and a 30-ton in a skull and a half mission. That's going to be challenging to keep them alive. I'd really prefer not to do that, I think. Maybe we run this one. Just straight down the middle. It is against Comstar. Maybe we try to re-roll this by taking one of these Comstar missions that are just super simple. Like this one, full salvage. I mean, it barely pays anything. But in theory, we'll get it done very quickly. So that's okay. Who do we have that pilots the stiletto? That is Boot Camp. Okay. This looks good. Like, I really, really don't like this situation that we're in just because there's barely any Comstar missions available. But I don't want to lose our reputation rank with Comstar that we have. I really, really don't want to lose that. So we will just do this then, and we'll see how this goes. I mean, it should go absolutely fine. This should be an absolute cakewalk. We may be able to complete 2 missions in this episode like last time. We'll see. For now, we need to destroy the target and escape. A wanted war criminal has been spotted on Outreach. Unfortunately, he appears to have integrated himself into a local government-aligned mercenary company. We need you to track him down and destroy his mech. If he ejects, we'll take him into custody to be tried before a Comstar court. If not, no harm done, you'll be paid the same either way. These days, war criminal basically means anyone on the other side of the battlefield. I wouldn't worry about that trial comment. There won't be one. Indeed.
Command interface initiated.
Well now. Do we have allies? We do not. Okay, there are supporting local government forces. And they're all over this area. Okay. I wouldn't mind deploying, like, down in this little valley down here. Let's go ahead and do that.
I see a lot of green out of my cockpit.
Okay, so he's up there, and the enemy supporting units are over here. Okay.
Ready
We
for
are not
orders.
currently in combat, I don't think, although that looked suspicious to me. It may not have been anything. It may have been the ECM that's on the blackjack.
Move order
But we're just going to move up here, see if we can get any scouting done.
Roger that.
We can always use this hill as a
Acknowledge.
fallback point for LOS. Okay, we see a copperhead. We see a locust. Nothing out here. Nothing out here. And then there is, of course, the wanted mech warrior up here. That does not look too bad at all. Of course, we don't expect it to look too bad. Copperhead does not have any evasive pips. And I'm wondering if maybe we position in somewhere like here. Get a rear arc on him. Okay, we do see a javelin and another locust, or actually an Arctic fox. We saw the locust before. I'm going to fire the bolt-on eye rockets here. And the question is, do we want to fire the other rockets? I feel like no. Perfect.
Reporting. Enemy vehicle
That
eliminated.
worked wonderfully.
Standing by.
The Centurion is going to sprint up to get direct LOS up here, and
Copy
we
that,
can see
Commander.
a fireball, 35.7% hit odds. Side arc on the Javelin, 61.8, and that is definitely what we're going to take here. Light up that Javelin.
Aye.
That was some good armor shred there.
I've got your back.
The Vulcan is also going to position up here. I didn't want to position over here because I'm worried about the Blackjack getting into LOS. We will just potshot that Javelin with our Ultra AC5. We're probably not going to
Say goodbye.
We actually hit both of those. That was huge. The Javelin, not too happy. Fires on the Stiletto, does 5 damage. We don't care. That is pretty irrelevant. The Arctic Fox moves up.
Standing by.
Yeah, I was concerned about the Blackjack getting up here. It was valid. I'm still concerned. 9.2%. And that is by far the best hit odds. Okay. They're not great, but we'll see if we get anything in here. Actually, we did get a couple of internal hits there.
Solid
Not too
connection
bad.
on that one.
Yes,
And the
boss?
Scimitar is going to sprint up to, I feel like, here.
Let's go.
We're going to fire on the Javelin. We're probably not going to fire Deadfire. Yeah, we're going to do standard here. Only 8 damage, but that's acceptable. Okay. It is going to be the Fireball that moves next. Well, we'll see what he wants to do. Whole lot of nothing. Okay. Next up is going to be the Javelin. He's still not happy. He still fires on the Stiletto. This time he does 15 damage instead of 5. Okay. Sure. The Arctic Fox moves up. Look at all those AMS on that Arctic Fox. 3 AMS on that. That is definitely noted. Absolutely. Okay.
Good to go.
The Stiletto is going to move up here, and I feel like we're going to kill the Locust, although we can't get into its rear arc. That's some very low hit odds. Maybe we go for... That would have to be a charge. Okay. Maybe we come up over here like this, and we'll see what the hit odds are like. 30%, 37 on the Arctic Fox. I think we'll just fire the SRM here. Okay, that'll do. And then we're going to move up with our Vulcan, and I would love... Oh, our Ultra AC5 is jammed. Okay, that explains why we are having some issues here. We'll move
Ready
up
to
to
run.
this position, and we'll fire a medium pulse laser at the Locust, since that's the only target we can hit. We missed, but that's okay. No worries on that front.
Missed.
Next up
Waiting for
is our
orders.
Centurion, who is going to position here.
Confirmed.
Take a look at hit odds. 48.7, 48.7. The Javelin it is. I'm actually kind of surprised that we can't fire the ultralight rotary rifle. I would have thought we would have been just in range here, but apparently not. More armor reduction on the Javelin,
Yes,
but
Commander.
unfortunately, that is definitely not going to be a kill. We're going to move in behind this Locust, although our hit odds will
Full
not
speed,
be great,
No target.
at least with the LRM. They're actually better with Standard here than Deadfire. I'm shocked about that. I'm completely flabbergasted, actually.
On it.
Okay, we did get in there and do a little bit of internal
Critical hit,
damage,
Commander.
but I really would have thought Deadfire would have been the way to go there. Locust moves up, fires on the Vulcan, does no damage. Okay. Sounds good to me. We're going to continue closing in with our Blackjack here, and we will position here.
Position confirmed.
Hit odds are 17.9. Okay. We're going to pot shot the Javelin.
Roger.
And that is a dead Javelin.
Target
Great.
eliminated.
Next up, phase 26, their fireball moves in. That's exciting. We'll see when it decides to actually move here. Looks like now. It structure damaged itself with mask. Okay, that's interesting.
I've got your back.
The Vulcan is going to move up here. We did kind of move onto an outcropping, that is true. We're going to move down to here.
Confirmed.
And 28.1 versus 30.9. I think we're going to fire on the Locust here, but I'm not going to bother firing the Ultra AC5. Well, actually, I am going to fire it, but only in X1 mode. So that we hopefully don't jam it.
All weapons are go.
Okay, that's all good. I don't mind
Commander.
that. The Stiletto is now going to come up here. I would love to go for that Arctic Fox, but it does have the AMS. Actually, I feel like... Is 16? I'm going to reserve.
Waiting for the shot.
Then phase 9. Okay, I don't actually like where that reserve to, but sure. We're going to go ahead and fire on the Arctic Fox with the LRM for the specific intention of triggering its AMS. Is that not AMS? Interesting. That's definitely the AMS model. So what is that on that then? If that's not AMS?
Yes, Commander.
I guess we'll find out. 15.6 and 28.1. Okay, light them up. We did hit with the bombast as well. Okay,
I think I hit something good. I'm taking
they'll move
heat
now,
damage.
and we'll see what it actually does. Interesting. So it's just a pulse laser type thing. I guess that's part of the model and not indicating that there's AMS there. Huh.
Standing by.
Well, we're going to go ahead and move into the rear arc of this Arctic Fox
On
here.
the move.
And we will fire, looks like standard ammo.
Firing.
There we go.
Waiting
And our
for
stiletto
orders.
will come up into, it looks like, with that side arc. This over here would be really bad hit odds. And I guess we're just going to go for side arc on this Arctic Fox. Okay. Light him up. This is his weak side. He is very dead. That was probably overkill. In fact, that was definitely
I am out
overkill.
of short-range missiles.
But that's okay. We only have the 2 enemy mechs left, a Locust and a Fireball. I'm not too concerned. We will see where that Fireball decides to go. It no longer has its mask. That's good.
How can I help?
Our Vulcan is going to move up into the unobstructed rear arc of this Locust.
Affirmative.
Now that Locust has moved a fair amount, but I'm going to go ahead and fire X2 on the Ultra AC5. Ooh, that was a solid hit with that AC5. Very nice.
Punch right through his armor.
And he is now unsteady, which also means
here.
he's pretty dead. We're going to move up with our Centurion,
I'm
and we're going to
there.
finish the job here. Let's fire this in X6 mode, actually. He's very dead.
Engaging target.
There we go.
Target's down.
Fantastic. All that's left now is the wanted mech warrior. We're going to sprint the stiletto up over to the shoreline here, and we're going to start closing in on him.
How's it
Same
going?
thing with the scimitar. We're going to close in as much as we can.
Oh,
Pot
yeah.
shot him with the standard LRM-50.
Primary target damage.
Okay, we got a little bit in there. And the blackjack is going to come up here. I think we're just going to brace. 0.9% isn't worth the ammo. Let's see what this guy does. He's thinking about it. Leave the forest. I dare you. Couple of... That sounded almost like small lasers. Although that would have to be ER small lasers for sure at that range.
Talk to me.
Okay, we're going to move up with the Vulcan.
Moving
And
out.
we're just going to attempt to light this guy up. We'll see if it works.
Locked on target.
Hey, 1 damage. That's what we're talking about. Actually, that 1 damage was a head hit. Okay, we'll
Commander?
take that. We're going to move up with our Centurion. I'm
Copy that,
hoping
Commander.
that this isn't too stray-shotty. It's a little stray-shotty for sure. We'll fire this in X3 mode and take off what armor we can. Okay, that's not too bad.
Good to go.
The stiletto is going to move up to this side arc. And we'll go ahead and fire the SRM-6. No hits there, but that's okay. We are closing in on that fireball.
Waiting for
Our
orders.
scimitar is going to look to get into that rear arc. This sweet, sweet rear arc hit. I want to be maybe a little closer here. We'll go here, but I'm not super happy about the positioning. This is still not better to be Deadfire. Huh. Okay, well that's some rear arc damage there.
Waiting for orders.
And our blackjack is going to look to get into LOS, but it can't. So we'll move up, and 5.4%, we'll still hold off on that. We'll see what this guy decides to do, because next turn, he's going to take a doozy in terms of damage. And I'm pretty sure he knows it, too. What's your plan, buddy? That is an interesting plan. Those are definitely small lasers. They must be ER. That's a very interesting plan. And by interesting,
Yes, Commander.
I mean it's incredibly bold. Because we can position right here. Yeah, it's in our LRM minimum range. And we're not better off using follow the leader missiles here under any circumstances. I'm just checking to see. It looks like X3 is the correct mode.
Good angle. Firing.
And he's just dead. Okay. I didn't expect
Enemy
that to kill him, but we'll take it. Well, we knew that this one would be very easy. We didn't have much for options, thanks to Comstar barely having any contracts here, and everything else pretty much being against Comstar. Which we'd really prefer not to do when we just made ourselves a friend in Comstar. We barely made any money off of it, but yeah, that's to be expected. A couple of copperhead parts. Now, that does have that light rotary rifle. Okay, I think we'll grab the ER small lasers, and the medium pulse lasers, absolutely. Small pulse lasers, 3 of them. I don't hate that. An Engine Core 160, maybe. Ooh, a double heatsink or 3 regular heatsinks. We have 19 regular heatsinks. We'll take the double. Patchwork Materials T2. Huh. What slot does that actually go into? The collection of patchwork materials, e.g. ferrofibrous armor, endosteel structure, or ultralight composites, which provide the same degree of protection at a lighter weight but at the cost of critical slots. right. Does that go in the... Can you put that in any of those slots? I mean, 0.4 tons isn't that much to free up. So I think we will just take this. There's no double heatsink kit. We'll call that good. We did get the 2 copperhead parts. That's a good thing. The light rotary rifle we'll keep around. The rocket 15 I'm going to get rid of. The generic armor we'll get rid of. And the 4 cockpit basics. The 3 heat sinks, I think we'll keep those around for now. These jump jets can go away. The mask, I really don't like using mask. I'm just going to sell it. The Omnipod lower arm, I don't think we need a lower arm actuator for our Blackjack. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to keep the Patchwork Materials T2. I'm curious to see how that ends up working. Standard heatsink kit, we have one. We'll get rid of it. Generic structure, no thanks. Sabo light rifle ammo, we'll keep. And a half ton of machine gun ammo, we'll keep that too. Interesting. Overall, I think that was reasonably fine. And that also took a little longer than I expected it to. Mostly because we had a bit of a hard time closing in, but I mean, we knew that was going to be the case. In terms of how long it's going to take to repair, not very, is the answer. However, we will probably have to hit our month report, which I would really prefer not to do. That said, we might not have to. Although, in terms of getting Mech Warriors back, we probably will have to. It's going to take 2 days to repair the stiletto. I think we'll probably have to go ahead and tick forward. I don't like it, but we'll do it.
Ready to go over financials whenever
Okay.
you are.
Yep, this is fine. Just too many Mech Warriors out to consider deploying again. Okay, there we go. All of our Mech Warriors are back. Let's see if any of them need training this time.
Commander. Receiving.
Ready,
That
aye, aye.
Orders.
I'm
is a
receiving
negative. Okay. Well, there we go then. It's a little late in the episode to get started on another mission, and it is time to deploy on that, so I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here, and next episode, we might start thinking about moving to a different world, because it's... Well, that said, we are actually on difficulty by company rating, so that's not actually going to do anything, is it? Ah, that's something to think about. At any rate, you can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.